Okay. Okay. So I think, but we are good now, right?
Of course we are.
Okay.
I
So
think I'll be in
maybe.
your WhatsApp. I'll be in your WhatsApp. If anything happens, I'll be in your WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. 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 So, uh, am I still on?
Yes, you are. Please
Okay.
carry on.
Okay. So I was introducing myself. My name is Jesuborn. I am a PTDF scholar in France. I'm also a civil engineer and a geotechnical engineer specialty. And I think that will be all for being an awesome guy. So what we are going to discuss will be the PTDF overview and objective of the scheme. I will just breeze through. I will give more time to the questions. So I will just breeze through these bullet points that I have here. Now, the PTDF is a Petroleum Technology Development Fund. Is a fund for improving the petroleum industry. So your work should be to in line with the oil and gas industry. Now, the objective is number one, the human capacity development, technology transfer, bridging the skill gap, promoting research and innovation, supporting Nigerian institutions and enhancing local content. So the key aim for the PTDF is to improve the human capacity development of Nigerian scholars, also make to reduce the level of dependence on external or foreign agencies in terms of technology and also bridging the gap in skills as well. So let's look at the key requirements for the PTDF to award this PTDF scholarship. Yes, we all know this is a scholarship for the 2025 academic session. Now, only approved courses at the PTDF partner institution. So PTDF will only award this scholarship to approved courses. Approved courses in the sense that it should be in the STEM, the sciences, the technology, engineering, or mathematics, or the courses related to the oil and gas sector, even medicine. Funny enough, medicine is also applicable. You also have the accounting, even now we have cyber security, so far as it is related to the innovation, the intent now, the innovative workspace, you get this funding. Now, scholarship is also awarded only for studies relevant to the PTDF mandate. So this, your study should be very much relevant to the oil and gas industry. It should be very, very relevant. That is very, very important. The study must also be relevant to your previous studies. So you cannot tell me you studied let's say architecture. You studied architecture in your undergraduate, and now you want to do biotechnology. It is not related. So it should be related to your previous study. Candidates with multiple applications will be automatically disqualified. So your applications should be just for PTDF, and you shouldn't make them know that, okay, I am also vying for another scholarship. No, you shouldn't do that.
Sorry, engineer, just a moment. Is your slide moving on your side? It seems to be static on ours.
Where are you? Where are you? Are you in key requirements?
No, we are still seeing who is this awesome guy.
Hey, but are you okay?
Yeah, but we are able to hear and follow you, except that the
Oh,
slide
you're
is not
following me?
moving along. Yes, we
Oh,
can hear you,
okay.
but the slide is not moving. Well, you can always make your slide available to us. It's fine. Carry on, sir.
Oh, okay. So, should I share the slide to you?
Yes,
No,
please.
we prefer that, please.
Okay, okay, okay. So, I think I will do that then. I'll be sending it to your WhatsApp. Okay. Can you see it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Tyson?
Yes, yes, I can. Yes, I've seen it.
Okay.
I will share it with. I will share it in the chat box for everybody to access, so you can carry on with your presentation, sir. So sorry for the
Oh,
interruption.
okay. 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 So I am on what we are going to discuss, and we are at the key requirements now. Okay, we are done with the key requirements, so we are at the preparing for the interview. Now, to prepare for this interview, you have to study. Study, 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 study. You have to study your SOP because that is what you submitted. So you have to study the SOP, know what you've written, and improve what you've written. Study wide, add key research line, because what you are going for is a master's program, so it is research inclined. So if you have done maybe publications, try to talk about them in your SOP, or maybe you forgot to put them in your SOP. Try to talk about them during the interview. Know how to relate your SOP to the oil and gas. That is very, 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 very important. Relate what you want to do, your course of study, or what you wrote in your SOP to the oil and gas, to the uh, innovative line of the oil and gas, or solve. Let it be that what you want to do is solving a problem. It could be to reduce carbon emission. It could be to solve the oil spillage. Just find a problem that is in the oil and gas that your work is trying to solve. Also create bullet points of your SOP. Create points that will help you to memorize the SOP. Then practice with trusted individuals. Practice with your family members. You can have, you can form a quorum by yourself, maybe a quorum of 5. Then tell them to act like they are the PTDF panelists. Then you come in and just practice. You know, there's an adage that says practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice. Prepare your documents, your SOP, your certificates, and publications. For the certificates, try to go with original certificates. Then for the publications, go with printed copies of the publication. Let it not just be a verbal publication. If you've written about the publication, go with the printed copies of those publications. Now, reconnaissance. Go to the interview site a day before the interview. Let it be that the day during your interview, the day of your interview is not your first time of being there. Go there the day before. look around, study the environment, look at the traffic flow, so that you will not be late for your interview. That brings me to the second point: be punctual. Try to be punctual at the interview time. Be punctual. Come early. It will not be bad if your interview is by 3 and you come in the morning. At least you'll be there and see how others are doing their interview. Ask questions so that you can also improve on what you have been practicing. Dress smart and free. Be smart. Be free. Don't be too sophisticated. Don't guard yourself with so many sophistication. Just be free and be smart. Wear a good perfume. Brush your teeth and have a fresh breath. Just be positive, and just know that you are here for an interview and success is yours. So just be positive about it and go for what you want. Now, the God factor, I will not remove the God factor. The God factor is very, very important. Pray, put the interview in prayers, and also practice as well. Study and put your interview in prayers. Now, let's look at what to look out for / personal experience. Now, the panel, you might meet a panel of 4 or 3. Most times it's 3. So one person from the PTDF sector, the other person from the university, the third person could also be from the oil and gas sector. Like maybe the person is a rig man, but most of the times there must be a professor from the university, an experienced individual from the oil and gas, then the PTDF personnel. That's the kind of panel you will meet. Now, with that, you should know that you should make copies of 3 of your certificates, as in make photocopies of your certificates, come with photocopies of your publications, make provision for 3 at most, or at least. Now, know how to relate your SOP to oil and gas. This is the second time this is coming up. Know how to relate your SOP to the oil and gas. This is very, very important. If your SOP is not related to the oil and gas, then there will not be they won't even grant you the scholarship. Am I still on?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Now, possible questions to expect. For the possible questions to expect, this is a very, very tricky aspect, because there are no let-down questions that you may expect. Just know that this is an interview, and it depends on what you've said. That is what you'll be asked on. So if you end up hitting yourself with a hammer, it will come back to catch you, because they will still ask you questions as related to what you're talking about. So let it be that what you are saying is what you know, and you know what you are saying. That brings us to you studying and studying wide. Now, also take with you your A game. Your A game could be you are a member of maybe a professional body. That is very, very, very important. You should at least be a member of a professional body, be it Korean, NSC, NICE, Nigerian Institute of Civil Engineers, MPE, all those professional bodies. Make sure you are a member of those professional bodies, because it's very, very important. It has a mark also. Prepare for the worst. Prepare for the worst. Have a second plan. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your hope on PTDF. Let it be that you also have other applications you've done for in the past or now as related to a scholarship. So don't put your eggs in one basket. In summary, be positive. Have a positive mindset that yes, this interview will go positively. It will go to my favor, and have a contingency plan as well. Let it be that the PTDF scholarship is not the only scholarship you've applied to, because most times, most people fall into depression at the end of the scholarship, at the end of the interview, or at the end of the results, when they see, oh, they put all their hopes in this PTDF, and at the end of the day, it didn't work out, and you'll be depressed. So apply to other scholarships. Then the God factor. Put everything that has to do with the scholarship in prayers. It is not, will I say, if I talk about my experience about this scholarship, I would say is not the best. It's not that you are the best. It's not that, oh, I gave them this, or I spoke very well in the interview. They smiled at me. No, 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 no. It is this your time? If it's your time, it will come to you. If God says, okay, you have to wait a little more, you have to wait. So put it in prayers. The God factor is very, very, very important. Am I still on?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So,
Yes.
okay, I think that will be all on the questions now. So I'm ready to take questions.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We have been here for the past 5 hours. We started exactly 4 o'clock and it's exactly 9 o'clock, and it's been 5 whole straight hours. And I have said questions, hands are up, hands are up. We'll not stretch beyond 9:30. 9:30, we'll call it a shot. So please, if your questions have been answered, please don't ask again. If you belong, we are just 184 in this meeting currently, and each of the groups has over 500 members. And I'm sure some of these questions you have can be addressed in the group. So if you don't all have an opportunity to ask your questions, take them to the group. Every group has at least 10 scholars, 10 PTDF scholars that will, at their convenience, answer your questions. So not all questions will be answered here. But to start off with, Ayo, kindly unmute and ask your question.
Okay, good evening. Okay, so my question, okay, so I wanted to ask, okay, so there are some awards I have, but there
Okay.
is no mail to those awards. It's just more like was published on the page of the particular institute. So is it possible for me to just take a snapshot, print it out, and go with it without work?
Okay. For that, I think you have to go with original copies. That's why I specifically talked about original copies. Go with original copies of the award or your certificates. You understand? So
So when I mean like an award, I mean like a prize winning award. So there was no certificate, there's no document. It's just a published award on the, okay, let me just go into detail. It's an ACCA prize award for
okay.
Nigeria, for ACCA Nigeria. So they don't give you a certificate to it, they just publish it on their site that okay, this
Okay.
person got this position, this person got this position. So it's not like a certified, like there's no certificate to it.
Okay. For that, you should just go with it. Go with it. At least that will also keep you above your contemporaries. So go with it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Chidi Ebube.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Amol, for this insightful section. And thank you, Amol. Thanks to all the speakers. I've been here since 4 o'clock, and I would say the section has been insightful. and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Yeah. So mine is not a question; it's more like recognition. So I want to tell Engineer Jesuborn specifically. Thank you for this section. So, Engineer Jesuborn, I don't know if you remember me, Chidebubi from Moayu.
Oh,
So
okay.
I didn't know you. I didn't know you were under the PTDF scholarship. So when I saw you, I was just so happy because, I mean, you taught me back in school, and to see you here again is an honor, and I'm so happy to see. So I just wanted to let you know I'll be in your DM. I mean, I'm so happy because our field is in alignment. So I will be in your DM for more personalized section, so I can have maybe one-on-one interaction with you for technical advice and all of that. So thank you so much. I'll be in your DM, sir.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Okay, thank you very much. Ayo, you have asked your question, so you can drop your hand. People who have more than one name, is the name that is simple to me that I'll call Wokocha. Kindly unmute and ask
All
your
right.
question.
Good evening. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear
Very
you.
well, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you very much for this opportunity. So I have two questions. Basically, first and foremost, I'm a member of the Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers. In fact, during my undergraduate, I was part of the National Students Association that we organize national events. However, I do not currently have, or I cannot be able to find my certificate of that institution. I registered while I was a student, and that's a very important certificate for me because I had participated in national events prior. So that's one question. So secondly, do I need to apply for the institutions, the admissions first, so that should the scholarship come on board, it will just, flow through like that, or upon getting the admission, upon getting the scholarship, my details are being sent to the school. I don't know whether that question is answered. Like, for example, I'm applying to Harrod Watt. Do I need to apply to Harrod Watt earlier before the scholarship proceedings, or upon getting the scholarship, I will be admitted and then funded? Those are my two questions.
Okay. Okay. I would answer the first one. You talked about your professional membership, that you're a student member, right?
I'm no longer a student. What I mean is during my student, like I've graduated, but yes, I started right when I was a student, yes. But I had a certificate at some point, but I did not really upload it to my drive, so I cannot be able to put my hand on it. But I had always participated even in activities even after being a student.
Okay. Okay. For that, you don't have a proof that you are a member, so I don't think you can show them that because you don't have a proof. Anything you are quoting, you should have a proof. If you say you are a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, you should have the certificate. So even if you wrote it in your SOP or you did something, you attached it somewhere, they will ask you for the certificates, original certificate at that. They don't even request for a photocopy. They need an original certificate.
Yeah, but he's already a graduate. Why is he talking about student membership? You should be looking at either graduate membership or corporate membership if you have spent 4 years outside of school.
Yeah, but sometimes it's best you go with something. Let it not be that you don't have any.
Okay.
So even
Yeah.
if you don't have the graduate membership and you have the student, just go with that. But you must show that you have that. There must be a certificate to that effect.
It
Then
takes
for
less than
the
It takes less than 2 weeks to join the Nigerian Society of Engineers as a graduate member online.
yeah.
And you can join International Association of Engineers. It's free. Also around 2 weeks to get your proof of membership. The Society for Petroleum Engineers, the registration is also free, or slightly with a stipend, and then you get it all done. Those are things you can do within this window you are waiting, and you get all your professional member. At least 3, you have 3 to present before them.
Yeah. So you also mentioned, he also mentioned applying to institutions. Yes, you can. You can apply to institutions prior to you being awarded the PTDF. It means that your hopes are high. It means that you are positive. You have a positive mindset. So you can. You can also still wait. So it just depends on you, what you want to do.
Yeah, and I could hear everybody who is coming to the UK is talking about Heriot-Watt University. I don't know if people want to turn this school into family house. Yeah, you
People
have
should
other
come to
schools.
France.
You have other schools in the UK, even in Scotland. You have University of Strathclyde, you have University of Edinburgh, you have so many other good institutions. The UK is a bit dicey. Heriot-Watt is a fine choice. Yeah, we have an established community of students here. We are quite in our numbers here, which is fine for you to come, but you also have to explore other areas. You consider how much rent it will cost you to stay in that location. You have other prestigious schools that have very good accommodation if you need to stay off campus, and who even have a higher ranking than Heriot-Watt and all of that. But well, I'll be more than happy to welcome you all to Heriot-Watt when you come, but then explore other schools as well.
Yeah, and also a quick one. I don't mean to scare those that selected the UK, but the UK is seen as being too competitive. So for those that maybe went for the GFM, I think there's a more likelihood of you getting it. So I still wish you all success. Amul, you're laughing.
Praise Williams, kindly unmute and ask your question. We have just 20 more minutes to go, then we close. Praise Williams.
Good evening, everyone. Please confirm that you can hear me.
We can.
Okay. Thank you so much to the organizers of this webinar. I really, really appreciate it. I've been on for a while and I've learned a lot. I really want to direct this question. My hand has been up for quite a number of while, and the system has been reshuffling and everything. I thank God I'm able to ask my question. I have My hand has been up since the session for Mr. Kennedy, and I want to direct this question to him. I don't know if he's still on the chat, because our course is quite similar. So I want to ask a question, and my question is basically that I know that I studied renewable engineering, renewable energy engineering at Rotwat, if I'm not wrong. And mine is sustainable energy engineering, but I'm looking into Nottingham. Whereas he studied elect, I studied chemical engineering, but and I'm going for MSc, but my SOP is because I know that the energy, renewable, sustainable, most times tends towards the elect guys. So I don't know if he could just yes, my SOP, I know one of the reasons why I got the invites was because of my SOP, but I don't know if perhaps he has certain comments he could give me in having to link my SOP to what I studied. I did chemical engineering, and then or if you just have points as to how I can ace the interview, because he said that he applied for sustainable energy engineering and you had to shift to renewable. Mine is towards it's as hydrogen as a focal point because it's kind of a research area that I'm looking into, and based on a research I'm working on presently, that was one of the reasons I had to apply. So I don't know if he has certain points that is quite personalized based on the similarity in research area or course rather that you could just give me that would really help to ace this interview. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Kennedy, I is here. I don't know. Kennedy, can you kindly attend to his question? Okay, it seems Kennedy is absent, and I didn't get.
Maybe he can meet Kennedy directly.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
meet
it's a
with Kennedy on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. But you said your undergraduate is what? Your undergraduate background is in what?
Chemical engineering, sir.
Chemical engineering, and you want to go for sustainability engineering, right?
Yes, sustainable energy engineering.
Yeah, sustainable energy engineering. So it depends. I don't know how Nottingham University run their program, but if a school like Heriot University, sustainability engineering is called Global Sustainability Engineering here, and it is being housed under chemical engineering department. So with someone like you has a background in chemical engineering, coming to study sustainability engineering here at University will give you an edge. Why? Because sustainability engineering is being housed by the chemical engineering department. So most of the facilities and lecturers you have are already lecturers who are core chemical engineering lecturers, but just deliver the course modules in sustainability engineering. You go to other schools, sustainability engineering is being hosted by chemical engineering department or electrical engineering department. So find out which of the schools, which department houses the sustainable energy engineering you want to study. So that will enable you to, now have a more focused area. But hydrogen is fine because it's all within here in Heriot. Yeah, you have a lot of the professionals working on hydrogen generation, storage, and production as well. So it's all in line. Just find out specific details of the course and which department in that institution is hosting it. So you are good to go.
Okay, thank you so much. I did not have the opportunity to how will I say it, like peruse through the schools. I think I chose Nottingham, and then I also chose Glasgow, but I did not have the opportunity to look through the departments. But being this in this session has enlightened me a lot, and I don't know, okay, if God would have it, I get the scholarship, would I be able to switch to, let's say, what after I get the scholarship? Or
Of
is it that
course.
restriction is placed on only the schools you chose during the application?
No, 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 no. We have said it here countless number of times. Once you get the award, you can switch courses, you can switch schools. Any school within the UK that is in partnership with PTDF, you can switch to. You can switch to any other course that is also allowable and within that area. I applied while making my applications. I went for renewable energy engineering, but I later switched to sustainability engineering. Yeah, so a lot of persons have made that switch. While making my applications, it was University of Aberdeen, but I later switched to Heriot University. So you are free to make your choice, your changes in course and institution after you get the award. But for now, stick with what you have in your application and statement of purpose.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much,
I
sir.
still I still want to still make inputs that it is more beneficial to those in the GFM. You can switch to Germany, France, or
Yeah,
Malaysia.
yeah.
But when you're in the UK, you're just streamlined to just UK. But for the GFM, you can go from France to Germany or Malaysia.
I think the UK right now has a bit of a flexibility where for schools that have centers outside of the UK, you can go on the global program. So take for instance, they are admitted here in Heriot. It has campuses in Dubai and Malaysia. So you
Mm-hmm.
can actually go on the global student exchange program
Internship.
and then,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, move from here to complete your studies in Dubai or complete it in Malaysia. I think University of Nottingham also has centers, and I think it has one in Malaysia as well. So, but you have flexibility of choice when it comes to JFM than you have in the UK. But you've already your fate is already sealed until something miraculous happens. Yeah, if you chose UK, you are in the UK. If you chose JFM, then it's JFM.
Okay,
Oluwa,
thank you so much for the clarification.
you're welcome. Oluwafemi.
Hello, can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, we can hear you. Good
Hello,
evening.
please confirm. Oh, okay. Thank you for this platform. It has been very educative, and I've learned a couple of things. But I just wanted to confirm something. Quite a number of because mentioned something about state. So I wanted to confirm, is there like a quota for every state? And what I mean by every state is like state of origin. Like say for example, I'm from Lagos State now. Is there a quota, like a number of scholarships that are being awarded to people from Lagos State? Or is it state by state? I don't know
Okay.
if you got that. So that's my question basically, please. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. For the states, the scholarship, you are battling with someone from your state of origin. So be it maybe you did your interview in PH, like I did my interview in PH. So if you did your interview in PH, but your state of origin is Abia, you are fighting with someone from Abia. So let it be that you are better off than this person and you'll be given the scholarship. So
Okay.
every state has a quota. Lagos has a quota, Abuja has a quota, every state has a quota.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And secondly, the last question, please. I don't know if you know anyone who is a recipient in.
In where?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you
Hello, can
now.
you hear me? So if
Yes.
there's any
Can hear
scholar
you. Yeah, we
without
can hear
you,
you.
please, I don't know if you can link us up with them or just state out their names and then we can check on LinkedIn and see how we can connect with them. Thank you.
Recipient of, we didn't get that. Recipient of what?
We didn't get it.
Recipient of the scholarship in the computer science field. Computer science field.
Computer science. Okay. What I would advise you do is go to LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn. A lot of if you're applying in the UK, a lot of PTDF scholars have just graduated. A lot of good from a good number of universities. So just type PTDF scholars, and you see a lot of their graduation posts, and you find a lot of computer science persons there, as well as reach out to any of the presenters here on their LinkedIn and then ask them for specific referrals, and they'll send you some names and they can connect
Hello?
with them on LinkedIn.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Divine Amos.
Okay, good evening. Thank you very much for the presentations. I have two quick questions, please. One, I want to know what was actually evaluated to get applicants to the interview stage. Was the SOP part of the things that were assessed? Some people say they have not reviewed SOPs yet. Some people say they have. My second question is, while applying, some universities, we couldn't see the courses, but I chose an MBA as my third choice, and I'm hearing that PTDF doesn't sponsor MBA, but MBA was amongst the list of courses in that university. So I want to know if MBA is sponsored by PTDF as well. Thank you. Those are my two questions.
Okay. I'll take the one of the MBA first. PTDF only sponsors programs related to STEM, science, technology, engineering, or medicine, or just sciences and a bit of arts. So you selecting MBA, you are not ready to select MBA now, as in you are not up to selecting a course for now. For you to have been invited for
Yes.
an interview, it means your application was studied and you are invited for an interview. So once you are being awarded the scholarship, you can change the course to a PTDF approved program. Then for the SOP, yes, your SOPs have been studied, because it's just like an interview. You applying for a job. you submitted your CVs. Your CVs must first be vetted before you being invited for that job interview. Same as the PTDF. So your SOP has been vetted. They just want you to come and prove to them that you know what you are talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just a little rejoinder, just a little. Esther, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add
No.
that also, like what second question he asked, most of the times is your first choice for this thing that is usually what flies. Because so if you go for the interview perhaps and you want to pitch your course, I would suggest you don't pitch the MBA, pitch the other courses. Probably you put the three choices there. Most of the times it's your first choice that flies, and I believe it's your first choice that's probably in your SOP, not the MBA. So when you go for your interview, don't try to pitch the MBA. Try to pitch maybe your first choice or something that is more related to what they prefer to sponsor. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. So the next question, Ahmed.
Hello, good evening. Thank you
Evening.
for your time. But I think my question has been answered in a way, because I wanted to ask if there was a way I could connect with scholars that are graduates from architecture. But I think you said we could connect on LinkedIn or ask among the list you sent if there's a way we can get connected, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Malaki.
All right, good evening, leaders on the call. Confirm you can hear me, please.
We can.
All right, my question is I remember Engr Jesuborn, he mentioned we're going with photocopies of, like, let me say he was saying about 3 or 4 panelists. So we're going to make duplicate of those original sets we have. So are you saying, I'm confirming if you are saying that we're going to go with 3 sets copies of our SAT so that we can be able to distribute it among the panelists?
Yeah. Go with photocopies of your certificate, but then you should also attach the original copy. The original copy will be vetted by a particular panelist. Then if any of the panelists requests for your certificates, you can still give them. But the most important is you going with photocopies of your publications. If you have publications, print them and go with photocopies, like 3 sets.
All right, so please let me just chip in the publication you talked about, like the full publication, not just the first page, the full numbers of copies, the numbers of pages, the full of it.
Yes, your work, your publication, your research publication, go with it, the full copy.
All right.
Yeah, make sure you cited it. Assuming you cited it in your SOP, go with it. If you cited it during your applications, go with it.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ruth. If you have asked your question, kindly drop your hand. Ruth, if you could kindly unmute and ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir. So what my question basically is how to like present yourself. Assuming that you were an undergraduate PTDF scholar, is there like a particular question they can ask if someone was a previously PTDF scholar for the undergraduate question? Like, is there a question they can ask apart from every other person that was not given the scholarship? And you get what I'm asking?
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Your voice was so down.
Wow. That's very
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can. No,
yeah,
it's
we
better
can
now.
hear you.
So what I was asking is that is there a question that they will ask, or how will somebody introduce him or herself? Asking because okay, if somebody was like a PTDF scholar in the undergraduate session, like is there a particular question or is there a way they will treat that person? Like I just want to understand, like, and we didn't know that you were a PTDF scholar before.
Yeah, they will only know what you tell them or what you showed. So if you said you are a previous PTDF scholar, they would know. And it's also an age. It's also an age over others. It means that you've been awarded a PTDF scholarship before, so you have an edge over others.
So okay, so how do like someone like say it, and do I have to also like take it, like print it out, that word later?
Yeah, you have to print it.
Okay, sir. Is that right,
Yeah,
sir?
you have to
Thank
print it.
That's
Go
my
with a
question.
colored printout.
Okay. Just like what the other panel was talking about, that we shouldn't, because I have other scholarships too, so I shouldn't take all those other ones.
No, you
Just
should go with them. So far as you have a scholarship, you've been awarded a scholarship before. So it's like you are an A student. So you are showing to them that you are an A student. You have awards. If you have awards, maybe from your school as the best graduating student of your department, you have to go with it. If you have an award of a scholarship during your undergraduate, you have to go with it. But let it not be that you have a scholarship running and you are applying for PTDF.
okay. Yeah, sorry, there's another question I want to ask. So, like this Unilag endowment, is it like an award for first class people?
What?
Someone says an award. Unilag endowment fund for first class people.
See, what I'm trying to say is this: anything that you know will place you above others, go with it. So if you think you have endowment from your, I don't know, from the village that will give you an edge over others, go with it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, sir.
you're welcome.
Wachi, I've muted you so many times. You just have a way of unmuting yourself. I don't know how. We are just one more question and we'll close the curtains for this session. FYG, kindly ask your question. Yours will be the last question we'll take because we are above 9:31 now.
I see people repeating a lot of questions. Mine is a little bit having repeated. Can I get to ask it, please? Please.
Who is talking? I thought it was FYG. Is it somebody else?
Someone
Can
else.
you
Israel.
hear
My
me?
name is
Good.
Israel.
Hello, can you
FYG.
hear me? This is FYG.
Yes.
Good good evening, everyone.
Evening.
My name
Please
is
go ahead.
Abigail Ferrami. Please, I want to ask concerning, because I've been hearing SOP. No one is talking about the PhD. So we didn't submit SOP because they didn't ask us for SOP. They only asked for our research proposal. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clearly.
We're asked to submit a research proposal. Are they going to ask us based on the research proposal that was submitted, or they are still going to ask for SOP because we didn't submit any SOP during the application process?
Okay. For the PhD session, is totally different from the master's session. So no one is going to ask you about any damn SOP. you did your proposal, that is what you're going to be asked, and you have to do a PowerPoint presentation as regards to your research proposal. So you have nothing to do with SOP.
Okay, I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that is not cast in stone. That is not cast in stone. Joshua was here last year, but he has been very busy. His table is quite full, so he didn't come here. He would have had quite more to tell you guys explicitly about the PhD. So most of these things, you do most of these things to make the job easier for your panelists to understand the point you want to drive at. So you have a 5-page PhD proposal which you have prepared. It's good to have copies of that available. So if you have a 5-page, if you have a 5-page a proposal, then whatever the slides you are making is still going to be a representation of that. It's just going to be a summary to that, which they may find relevant, they may not find relevant. But if you had copies of your proposal with you, then you could give that around for them to look at. And not all of them will be so concerned about your research proposal because they have various areas of assessment. But 1 or 2 persons on that panel is definitely going to ask you not cracking questions about your proposal. So as SOP applies to MSc students, proposal applies to the PhD students. So anything that makes your ability to convince them about your proposal better, take it along with you. If you feel aside the proposal, you want to have your slide, which is a summary of all of those things you have put down, yeah, please feel free. Take it there. If it is just your proposal to make copies of it, to give it to them, yeah, give it to them. If you decide to make a 1-page summary of everything, of the entire proposal, you can do that and tell them, well, they have the full length of the proposal, but you won't like to take them to the hurdle of reading through all the 5 pages. And that's why you made a 1-page summary of it. On that 1 page, you have moved from your topic to your objectives, to your methodology, to the potential impact of your research. And there goes your presentation. So you can be creative and bring out anything that just makes it easy for you to flow. FYG, I hope that
Thank
answers
you.
your question. You're welcome.
Okay,
Somebody,
like you're talking like just make it like an abstract, right? Abstract.
yeah, but
like just
I
an
will still advise, take your full presentation there. Take your full, they will have it in hand. Whether you have it or not, they will have it in hand. But sometimes you just need to make a bold statement of your level of preparedness for that opportunity. So you can be creative, do anything that makes it easier for you to communicate your point. It's not cast in stone. They don't tell you this on their line. You can't go to the application guidelines on PTDF portal and you are going to see this. No. But just from what people have tried doing to make the journey smoother and more convincing for them to state their points at the points of the interview, do whatever makes it easier for you.
Sorry, can I ask one question? When you were talking about the PowerPoint slide, is a laptop allowed for the interview?
FYG, if you can send me a message, I don't know, Amul, you can share my contact with FYG. I will link her with a PTDF PhD scholar here in France that will guide her through the process if he has
Please,
the chance.
I'll be so grateful if you can do that for me.
You're welcome.
Okay, no
Thank you.
problem.
Sorry, I
Somebody
might to message you where, sir?
LinkedIn, anywhere, any of the WhatsApp groups.
What's the name, sir?
Huh?
What's the name? What's your name on LinkedIn?
I'll type it in the chat box. Same as you are seeing here, same as you are able to see it here. Same applies on LinkedIn.
Okay, Jesuborn.
Yes. Type Jesuborn, you see him on LinkedIn. Yeah. So somebody spoke up and said there has been a repetition of questions here and
Okay.
he or she has a unique question.
Okay, thank you. My name is Israel. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate this opportunity. So, the question is quite simple. PTDF scholarship is like a tool for funding, right? And for me, I've been able to secure some offers, and my target is the September window. What's your advice regard visa application? It takes a couple of time to get the visa application, get your visa. So should someone start now, or wait for you to get, PTDF result comes out within the August window or July ending? So what's your advice? How does it go?
I didn't quite get the first point
Not
you
hear
made.
you.
Talking about partial funding or something.
Can you hear me
Israel.
now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes,
So
we can.
PTDF is a tool for funding, right? But for some people like me, I've been able to secure some offers, right? And my target is a September window, right? So for visa, to be able to get your visa, you need to start applying early. Understand? So normally PTDF results come out within July ending or into the August month, So to be more prepared so that I don't miss the September window, what's your advice? Should I start applying for visa now, or do I wait till I get the PTDF, or is there a way that PTDF kind of expedites the visa application for their scholars? I want to know. It's a gray area.
Okay. Yeah, so the question you are asking why it looks unique is because you have gone ahead of getting the award to what happens after the award. Then the school you want to go to, is it this deadline you have given yourself to start studies in September? Is it in the UK or is it in France, Germany, or Malaysia?
Yeah, in the UK. In the UK.
It's in the UK. So if you are awarded, if you get the award to study in the UK, PTDF funding is fully funded and it covers everything. Your application for visa and your travel documents, everything we meet through PTDF. And so the only problem you have here, is that you want to start school in September. And so there's a window for you to facilitate payment of all of these things on your own and the request for the money from PTDF. Good luck with getting the funds back early enough. Alternatively, you could. Esther, you said?
That is if you go ahead of them to do all these things yourself, do it with the mindset of you're doing it for yourself, because it's difficult
to get your money back.
It's fair. But if you are willing, you want to get it on September and you want to do it by yourself, then it's on you. It's just on you. They won't, for example, when it comes to booking flight tickets, they won't send you money, they will send you tickets booked. If you already book it, forget about. So not really easy to get cash from them.
Yeah, and
I just needed that input. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem here is you setting a time frame for you to resume in the UK. If you set a time frame, then you put yourself under immense pressure. And I'm sure the cause you are talking. Sorry, Esther, you said?
Sorry to interrupt you. I was saying I know that most UK schools have September and January openings. So I mean, if you're sure you want the scholarship, it's okay to wait. Because what if you book the visas and you don't get the sponsorship? That's still a loss, except you want to personally fund yourself. Because if you have a visa and you don't get a scholarship and you cannot afford to go, then there's no need.
Yeah, because
thank you. I
some
just
courses
wanted to understand all the cards I have.
Okay.
Thank you
It's
very
all right.
much. It's been helpful. Thanks.
The system is refreshing, putting people down. People are still raising their hands up. I'm sure these people, they have been, the WhatsApp link, the link to about 2 different WhatsApp groups have been posted in the chat section. Please ensure to join those WhatsApp groups. Don't be afraid of joining any, because the same persons you find in one WhatsApp group, the same set of admins you have in one WhatsApp group are the same set of admins you have in the other WhatsApp group too. Only the membership may differ. We have also shared a compilation of people's experiences in 2024, fresh out of the interview hall. They came on WhatsApp across the various WhatsApp groups and they wrote down their experiences. So for those of you who are looking at that 70 persons compilation, it was from this WhatsApp group we were able to take that. we have stepping up a bit better this year. There'll be a Google form, and the link will be made available for us to share our experiences. And hopefully a better edition, with a more robust edition will come, housing experiences from 2024 and experiences from 2025 to further help scholars who will apply in the future. So we have spent 5 hours and 43 minutes on this call. That is way so much. I wish to appreciate all past scholars that still made out time to come and contribute, current scholars who are here, and future scholars who have also attended. Thank you all for your time. Recordings of this webinar, hopefully God giving us the strength, we should break the videos down into individual presenters and upload them to via Scholaris. The website, the YouTube link will be made available in all the WhatsApp groups, and they're also on my LinkedIn. And I'm going to tag all the presenters. So once you are connected with any of the presenters, be sure you will get all the resource materials that will be made available on the YouTube channel. So thank you all for your time. I wish you success in your interviews. Don't forget to share your beautiful stories with us. So I don't know, any last words from Jesuborn, Esther, and any other presenter that is still around?
Okay. For me, I would like to say, first off, to Israel Exema, don't put too much pressure. Don't go ahead of yourself. Just take it one step at a time. Follow the process. Then to everyone, I wish you all success in your forthcoming interview. Have a pleasant night's rest.
Esther?
Okay, thank you first of all to you, Ash, for this organization. It's always a privilege to make impact. So thank you. And for everyone, I wish you good luck and may the best people win. And again, I would like to say this, stay encouraged. This might be your first attempt, but may not necessarily be your last, but don't give up. All the best. Thank you so much and good night.
Okay. Any other presenter still around? So guys, don't forget, Shina Solomon will say, only those who give it a shot stand a chance. And it's not over until it is over. Don't relent. Keep going. So success to you all, and bye-bye.